Well, joining me live in studio this morning is Director of Transportation Richard Micelotta for the Horseheads Central School District, here to talk to us about the current bus driver shortage. Now, you highlighted this issue just some 3 years ago, and it was due to it being exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. Tell us a little bit about the progress within the last 3 years. Has much changed at all?
It really hasn't. COVID really scared a lot of our bus drivers off. We've seen this statewide and nationwide. It was an older population, and after COVID, they just did not come back to work. Bus drivers can't work from home, so like a lot of other industries, they just did not come back versus, the tech world can. And we saw an increase, Horseheads saw an increase of our wages to try to entice people back. Our starting wage now is $23.90 to try to encourage them to come back, and we really have not seen a great progress. So thanks for having us here today to talk about it, to try to encourage more people to come out to be interested in driving a bus.
Now, with those proposed incentives like raising the wage and things of that nature, why is it that more folks aren't going out to some of these recruitment events and things like that to want to become a bus driver, do you think?
I think we need to get the word out more and really educate people. Part of what we're trying to do is increase the wage. One of my charts back here also talks about making them eligible for the state retirement system. So if you're a school bus driver, you can be in the state retirement system and eligible for retirement. Also, in Horseheads School District, you qualify for medical insurance. So even though it's a part-time job, you can have medical insurance 12 months out of the year. We're trying to enhance the job the best we can to entice people, and I think it's opportunities like this to get the word out so people can see, and hopefully that can recruit more drivers.
Yeah, and with this current shortage that we're seeing, a lot of the children and students depend on getting to school through the school bus system. With this current shortage, how is that affecting students as they're managing their day-to-day school life?
It is really seeing a great disruption in school districts throughout the country. There have been places in Virginia and Florida in which schools have been delayed because there haven't been enough buses to take them to school. And it has an effect on a variety of different things. This one actually talks about it has an effect on the environment. It has an effect on more cars on the street. It can have an effect on more traffic accidents. Bus driving is the safest means of getting students to school. So that's why we want to encourage it, and it has so many logistical problems in neighborhoods, in communities, for school districts. It's a ripple effect that you really don't see until all of a sudden there's not enough school buses for our kids. We don't want to get to that point. That's why we're aggressively trying to do recruitment here in the Horseheads area.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you, how does the district plan then to address competitive job markets where especially other industries, they're offering similar or higher wages that are less stressful? As it's been described, it's not easy work to be a school bus driver either.
Right. So right now, the district has negotiations going on with the school drivers union. They're going to keep on doing that. We try to offer assistance on the buses for student management. So we have a program in place there because that is one of the items that drivers like to know. Not only do you drive the bus, but you also have student management. Administration works very closely with our department and bus drivers to make sure that student behavior is dealt with. Our mechanics are very often dealing with bus safety. We have a 99, I think, % rate of bus safety regarding our Department of Transportation and the maintenance of our buses. So we just try to look at everything holistically as what we can do to make it safe, not only for the children we transport, but also for our bus drivers, and hopefully that encourages them to take the job.
And my last question for you, we're heading into the colder winter season. Are there any fears or concerns you have regarding student transportation with the shortage right now?
Not right now. I mean, what you have to understand is the buses are built like tanks. I mean, they are probably one of the most safest vehicles on the road. 44-inch back seats. The windows only open 4 inches for a reason. You can't get body parts out of the windows that keep them safe. They have special ribbed roofs on them. They have enforced and encased fuel tanks. They really are probably some of the safest built vehicles on the road. So themselves are safe for children. So we really have a high degree of confidence in that. Plus, New York State has some of the least student fatalities in the country because of training, regulations, and the restrictions on the buildings of the vehicles. So it really is a safe job for people to come out to drive.
Now, for anyone interested in potentially being involved within the school district, what's the best way for them to get involved and to start this process?
They can pick up applications right in our office. You can get hold of the Transportation Department at 607-739-6338 or the Horseheads Central School District website. Get right on, and it'll show you right on our website to go to go to our HR department, and then you can get an application online.
All right, well, thank you so much, Richard, for sharing that information, and we'll also have that linked up on our website at WENY.com.